John. No. 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 John. No. No. One. One. All right. See. Oh, boy. Oh, not a boy, man. Not a boy. Far from it. But salute. We'll keep 100% wise. Not a boy. Far from it. Sure. Let's go. Game time. Game time. I got Mike. Oh, for sure. Good to go. Ah, man. You okay? You okay? Man, I could be some entertainment to you. Tell me you, tell me you corny without being corny. Comments like that, you said you ain't got no brain. You can tell you ain't got no friends, man. But it's all good, no friends. Yeah. Straight up and down there. But hey, salute to you, man. Salute. Word, man. They do, man. I got like. All right, go. Scan time. Click on the bag. Hey, Lil J, what's happening? Yeah, little Jay. Them 10 hours there. Yeah. Small thing to a giant. Yeah. That's what we train for. That's what we train for, little Jay. Take on the day like that. Yes, sir. You ready for it? That's what we train for. To handle the work and the stress and everything that go along with it, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Salute, little Jay. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing to it. Yeah, that's what we train for. It ain't about having the physical contest, but it's about stuff like that. Having a 10 or 12 hour work shift be able to complete the work and do what we need. Appreciate it. Hard work, but it's just me doing the same thing every day, and you could do it too. You could do it too. Anything I do, anybody else with the who doesn't have a serious physical handicap, who doesn't have a serious physical handicap, can do it too. Yeah, it just takes a bit of discipline and consistency. Yeah, anything I do, anybody else can do. I'm not going in the show. Come on, you in the way. Get your butt up there. Go. Hey, Michelle, get up there. Go. Up. Get up there. Man, 15 seconds to the pain. 10 seconds until the pain. Here comes the pain. Here comes the pain. Okay, let's go. Ah. 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 Hey. Ah. Hey, yeah, we on the grind, Sam. We on the grind. We on the grind. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, let's go. Man. Eric today, boy. And one of those small mental challenges that I don't know if y'all recognize or not. It's a chair sitting right here. So tempting to sit in, but I refuse during my workout. Nonetheless, it wasn't always that way. Sometimes, in the midst of the strain and the pain, and you want to sink into that place of comfort, sometimes you got to hang in there. Yeah, I'm slumped over right now, gasping for air. But nonetheless, it is better than sitting in that chair. Work. Yeah, we got to work at the small things. See, somebody might be thinking, well, I need to get my reps up, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. A small victory of what I just said is bigger than what you think. It's bigger than what you think. So sometimes instead of the power struggle of uh moving weights or going or getting your reps up or whatever, the small things might be having a little more control over your body under duress, under stress. You know, and that becomes more of a mental thing than it does physical, you know. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to work. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Salute, salute, salute. There you go. Hey, Steve, what's happening, bro? Back at it again. Back at it again. Hey, yeah, man. We're trying to chop down every, trying to chop down the tree. Because quickly get that tree all over the place. If you just take your time and tap in the same spot, that tree eventually comes down. Yeah, yeah. No, what I'm saying is, goals are like trying to chop down a big oak tree. And I start chopping up here. I'm like, you know what, that don't work. I start chopping over here. Like, nah, that don't work. And I continue to chop all over the place. The tree ain't going nowhere. But if I focus on one point on the tree and I consistently hit that tree, eventually it's gonna come down. Just like our goals. Just like our goals. You know, we start, then switch it up and change it to something else. And we never get anywhere with it. Because we all over the place. You know, the simplicity of things. You know, we make things so complicated. Yeah, we make things so complicated. Ooh, yeah, yep, without a doubt. Yeah, yeah. They good. They good for smoking though. They good for barbecue. Yeah, I like oak. I like oak, pecan, all of that. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, I got Mike. I got show. Ooh. Keep grinding. Keep it going. Look at me running my mouth trying to catch a little rest. Let's go. I gotta, I gotta look up what those are. I'm sure I know what they are. I just, you know, the name terminology. Yeah, I gotta look those up. I might need trying. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Hey, speaking of the Mike Tyson push-ups, them ain't no joke either. And them Mike Tyson push-ups ain't no joke. Yeah, big fact. Big fact. Yep. That's why I say, man, like everybody has the doctrine has been set. You know, you have to go to the gym. You have to take these supplements. You have to do this, da 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 da. Meanwhile, as people going further, looking better, and feeling better with less. And I'm not saying that one outweighs the other, but I am saying one is cheaper than the other. I am saying one is more dependable than the other, but I also am saying that to each his own. If you see progress in what you're doing and it's the progress you want to see, I suggest you keep going that direction. Yeah. Man. Man. Yeah. Yep. Big facts. That's what I say. But at the same time, you know, you tend to be more how can I say um biased to one over the other, depending on what you involved in your experience, you know. And the at some point in time, the bias takes over in me, and I will, I guess you could say, tone down on the weight. But in my mind and heart, I know it's just as beneficial, you know. But in the long haul, calisthenics for me. And uh, you know, and this is me talking trash. This is me talking trash. I think, mind you, everything that I say, y'all have to take with a grain of salt because it's just my opinion. You know, it's just my opinion. So whatever, you know what I'm saying. I'm just talking about noise, but uh, for me, in my opinion, I think it takes way more to maintain yourself in the weight room than it does calisthenics. My opinion, you know. Yes, it does. Yeah, yeah. See, you know, you know. But respectfully, I gotta give everybody their props and stuff because it's not about, you know, you get it because you on the same page with me. But I don't want to knock somebody that's really seeing progress going in the direction that they're going in. Because whom am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say, you know? But the bias in me, the bias in me is gonna say calisthenics all day. You know? Yeah. True story. But I think you understand that though. You know what I'm saying? Little Jenny understand that. God, like the boys that really just, you know, yeah. Yeah. But from a reality perspective, now, let's just say you were maxing out on the bench in your 20s and maybe going into your 30s, mid 30s at 405. You're not going to be hitting that 405 at 50 or 60. That first thing. Now, mind you, if you can do 100 push-ups in one set in your 20s and you maintain that, you'll be able to do 100 push-ups in one set in your 50s and 60s. I said what I said. Hey, little John. I said little John. I was thinking little Jay. My bad, John. What's happening, big bro? Salute, homie. I'm over here running my mouth, man. Man, let me go and get these burpees started. Kind of. Yes, on that last little version of around the world. But it is what it is, man. Yeah. No, that's the reason why I say, me personally, I wish that I had the knowledge I had then. When I was younger. Now, I don't believe that my body would have gone through the injuries that it's gone through necessarily. But who knows? Life is life. I could have had worse in, doing something completely different. But if I was into calisthenics the way I am now when I was in my teens, although I was introduced to calisthenics first, but if I was into calisthenics like a Hershey Walker or so on and so forth and get stuck with that, man, night and day. But yeah, I would much rather choose calisthenics. 20 minutes of burpees. Just 20-minute burpee session, man. Me and out. But I would much rather have some calisthenics than anything else. Uh, Growing up in the teens, playing sports uh, with the wrong kind of guidance and so on and so forth, buying supplements, thinking that if you take this, you'll perform better. Or if you do this, this is completely outside of the box, you'll perform better. And all it did was give me a mentality of dependency. I have to go to the gym.
because I have to use this equipment. I have to go to GNC because if I don't have these supplements from pre-workout to uh what do you call it, protein powder, then I'm not gonna perform the same. You know, it becomes a mentality. And like I say, our vulnerability is always the main factor. It's always the main factor. And this isn't just with your physical journey. I want you to think about this moving forward in life. Anything that you're vulnerable to is what is capitalized on. I'm going to say that again. Anything that you are vulnerable to, that is what we capitalize on. That is what society capitalized on. So, if you think that you're not trying to go to the doctor, or the doctor says you need to have these vitamins, and the next thing you know, you at GNC, and then the next thing you know, you buying a gym membership, and then the next thing you know, you buying these gym clothes, and the next thing you know, you going through all these financial, you know what I'm saying, circles, just so you can envision yourself being healthy. But who is really benefiting from it? You know what I'm saying? Who's benefiting from it? Because we're all playing on your bottom dollar. Hey, Paul, what's happening? It's all playing on your bottom dollar. Before you know it, you in the hole close to $1,000, and you haven't even seen any progress yet. You got a year membership to the gym. You done bought a month's worth of supplements. You know, went to the store, tried to change your diet. You know, got the doctor's bill. You got, you know, went and spent this much amount of money on this gym attire so you can look like, you know what I'm saying? And all these things are played on your vulnerability. Meanwhile, you know, you have people from 2 or 3 generations before going out to the garden, doing garden work, mowing the grass, taking walks every morning, taking just 3 walks every morning, eating the same thing they've always been, they ate their whole life, and healthier than the person that just spent all that money and got all those bills just to try to be healthy. See, if the craziest thing about being in a capitalist state is anything that you can think of, it can be sold to. Example, hey, I don't really want to have to move around like that, but I just wish I could have a pill that will increase my metabolism and help me burn fat. Oh yeah, fat burner, here you go. You know what? Hey, I don't want to eat the proper meals or just the stuff that I regularly eat because I'm so busy stuffing my face with fast food, BS, that I'm not getting proper nutrition. And I'm missing out on some nutrition. Oh, here you go, multivitamin pill. See, some of these things aren't given to you because of lack of. As Americans, we piss away more vitamins than we ingest. Your body can only take so much protein, so much, any kind of vitamin, any kind of nutrient or whatever before it has to discard. Because it can only store so much. It can only store so much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, the thing is, I learned this too. This is crazy about running. Like you burn more fat and maintain more muscle by speed walking than you do running. Well, let me take that back, bro. Because if you talk about sprint like running, that's burning fat. But I was thinking more so of jogging. Uh, uh, you burn more calories walking at a high moderate pace than you do jogging for long distances. So that's another reason why I say to people who are just getting started, all you got to do is start walking. Walking will get walking. If you can walk and keep that walking up for 30 days to 90 days consistently, it's like coffee to the body for your metabolism. It's like coffee. It wakes it up. Wake your metabolism up. It'll get your body going in ways that should be feel like it should be illegal. Like all I had to do was just walk. Yeah, that's all you had to do was just start walking on a regular basis. Because we don't think about these type of things. Most of us, I can't speak for everybody, but most of us, when we were kids, we walked everywhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Salute to that, Steve. Yeah, yep. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Them long distance runs for me be like therapeutic. They be therapy. It be like whenever I first start, like the first half a mile to a mile, hell, like pure just hell. And then the numbness kicks in and then you just go. But them first couple of steps, man, yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah. Anything that you vulnerable, they're gonna play it. Just where you get played at. You want the lottery, vulnerability. Play it on your vulnerability. Anything, and we are in a capitalist state, so anything, let me break it down like this. This in case y'all didn't know. And this is for something for y'all to look around locally to find out because this is getting real. It's getting real, and this is something for you to pay attention to in your local surrounding and local stores or whatnot. Let me tell you about capitalism, right? So, did you know that it started with fast food a couple of years ago, where they would do where they would change the price throughout the day. So that means if at lunchtime this value meal is selling like people are requesting it, it's high demand right now. Just for this hour, for some reason, people are requesting this particular item. So they will price gouge. They had AI hooked up to it when AI first started hitting the commercial bit. They price gouge. So let's just say this menu, this value item costs $3, and it's lunchtime, and everybody coming through and buying that item, so they will up that item to $3.25 for lunch, right? That's a capitalist move, right? If you're not conscious of it, they're gonna play on it. They play on the vulnerability. Now, I think it was Pennsylvania. I think it's Pennsylvania. It's Pennsylvania. I'm almost positive. They just passed a law to where your grocery stores cannot do that any longer. So if y'all ain't paying attention to the surrounding as far as that's concerned, you probably want to look that one up because you could go spend something, go buy something in the store right now, realize you needed to get more of it, turn around and come back in an hour, and the price is different. That's what's happening right now. Those are things to pay attention to, you know. But just pointing out an example of playing on our vulnerability. They know if you need this or you're asking for it, then it's in high demand, then we're just going to raise the price. Not because it costs more to make, just because you want it. Just because you want it. You understand? They raise the price just because you want it. So, with that being said, you want to be healthy. You want that six pack. You want this. They're going to try to make you pay this money, and you still going to come up short because they're going to sell you another dream. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah. Big facts. So anything that you can envision or you feel that you need, or physically you know for a fact you need, they're going to up it. So do you have to go to the gym? No. Do you have to have these extravagant gym clothes? No. I would suggest you have some decent shoes. I would suggest you have decent shoes. Do you have to have all this extra stuff, equipment thing? No, you don't. Do you need to spend an arm and a leg on groceries? You don't. You just have to eat you got to do your own diligence. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your own diligence. And with that being said, as long as you have the right mindset, you'll understand the separation of the two. You'll understand the separation of the two. I used to own a barbecue restaurant, and I didn't understand from the outside looking in. But once I got my barbecue restaurant, and I started to understand the ins and outs, the last time I ate out was recently for my birthday. But I don't eat out. I don't spend money at restaurants. Yeah, I don't know. And it's just something against anybody who does whatever they do. Well, I understand and I know the truth and everything, and I don't know, it just hit different for me. But when you realize that anything in life that you are vulnerable to, you are a victim or can be a victim. Not now. I used to own a restaurant in St. Louis, Missouri. If you want to Google it, you can and see all the stuff we used to do, but it was called Dixon's Smoke Company. DIXON''S Smoke Company. All wood smoke. When you talking about the wood, I was burning oak wood. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, man. You learn a lot. But think about this. When COVID, toilet paper, all of these things, and look, it's not even the fact that we're having a shortage of toilet paper. It wasn't the fact of the shortage of toilet paper. It was the fact that we're going into this COVID, and this is we're going into COVID, and it's a panic state of mind, right? It's a panic state of mind. So if we can put it on your mind, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cooking at home, yep, Bob, and you save money, and most likely the food, you can trust the food that you make. Yeah. You can trust the food that you make. You know what? And for the most part, you know what I'm saying? True story, True story. And I put it like this: it got to the point to where whatever kind of food that I'm wanting, I'm gonna make. If I want chicken and waffles, I'm gonna make chicken and waffles. If I want some Chinese food, I'm gonna make Chinese food. If I want this particular kind of steak, guess what? I'm gonna make it. And to me, I have way more fun doing that than spending my money and being upset. Like I have a menu that I have a whole bunch of recipes that I still haven't made yet, but I have every culture in there, every culture. So if I'm feeling like I want Vietnamese, then I'm gonna go get a Vietnamese recipe that I want to make. Guess what? We need Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only time that I sincerely want to go out and eat is like a mom and pop type place where it's a unique experience and the whole time, and that's rare. That's rare. You know? Yeah, yeah. Hey, big time. You know? Home cooked food tastes way better. That's what a lot of people go out for. They go out to try to get some home cooked food because they can't get it at home. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know? But that's the whole deal. That is the whole deal. And I know for a fact that you don't, that you running around because you have your full undivided attention. We have your full undivided attention. That means we know for a fact that when you leave the house, you gotta go put in 10, 12 hours at work. You gotta come home, you gotta pay this, do this, da. You don't have time to make food, so we got fast food all over the place for you. Now you vulnerable to whatever they got going on. How many of us have been thinking we want this because we are starving, we're hungry. You got this fast food restaurant on your mind, you got this, you're hungry or whatever the case may be, and for some reason you can't get it. For some reason you can't get it, but you starve. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, if you starve, so you go to the next place and you get whatever, just because you just need something in your stomach. Because you're hungry. So whatever they got, you gonna take. It don't matter the cost. It don't matter the cost or whatever. It don't matter this or that. You gonna pay. You gonna pay for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? The vulnerability, right? So, I got something else. Oh, got a minute 30 seconds. I've been doing these workouts, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I'm still getting some benefit, but so I'm notorious for this. I'm notorious for this. This is my version of fast food today, of me trying to get fast food today. So let's just say you order a Burger King. You gotta go get you a full meal. That full meal costs you $12 on average. You know what I'm saying? Drink, fries, whatever. So $10. I'll go to Walmart. I go get $5 to get your rotisserie chicken. If I'm just starving, I can't. You know what I'm saying? $5 for a rotisserie chicken. You know what I'm saying? Versus, me buying fried food, not necessarily like all this other stuff. But I'm not saying the rotisserie chicken is just like the healthiest of healthy. But it's our thought process. It's our thought process, man. And that's it for today, man. As far as the workout and me running my mouth, me running my damn mouth. But like my damn daughter, and this damn chick, and this Chick-fil-A. I shouldn't even say the name. You know what I'm saying? And you can, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't have 4 times go off of $5. You know the meals you can make with that? You know the meals you can make with that? The sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? You can make if you're from New York or Jersey, you can do a chopped cheese. You can do, you know what I'm saying? You can make all types of stuff. bro, I'm talking about if you was struggling, if you was really, really struggling and you had a couple of miles to feed, you could spend $10 to $12 and feed 5, 6 people off of that rotisserie chicken, chopping it up, cooking you some rice, making you 2 cups of rice, blowing that up, adding the chicken a little bit. Man, it's so much stuff that you can do versus you being vulnerable to, because they play on our vulnerability, and then all of a sudden, the food that you're going to get is going to be greasy, is this and this and that, very unhealthy, and it leads you down that whole cycle that leads you right back to the doctor if you do volunteer to go to the doctor. And then he tell you blood pressure high, such and so forth. You need to go to the gym. Now here you go. You're going to the supplement store. You're doing this. It's the cycle of vulnerability. But little do we know, all we got to do is just stay active, make the right move. Just like I say, man, we make things so complicated when we'll sit up here and believe that we got to live in the gym and you got to do this and take all this extra stuff. Meanwhile, all grandparents, great grandparents, and uncles, depending on your age, was just simply doing yard work, handling stuff around, just never stop moving and creating the friction. Some of them will go for brisk walks and outliving all of us that's dying to get to the gym. They will outlive all of us that's dying to get to the gym, that's taking all this extra stuff and doing all this, whatever you want to call it, man. At some point in time, we got vulnerable. The ones that just kept it simple in life, made sure that they created friction. When I say friction, that means getting the blood going, doing something, having a hobby. Working out doesn't have to be a hobby. It doesn't have to be a chore. You don't have to necessarily work out. You can just go walking. You can just be consistent in a productive hobby that keeps you physically active. But no, we will get caught up on these vulnerabilities. They will sell you a dream. And then here go back to this. The greatest man after God on earth is the storyteller. The storyteller. They the ones that can persuade your decision. You could be a king of a nation, and a storyteller can tell a story that persuades you. The storyteller is the news. The storyteller is the government. The storyteller is the social media influencer selling a story to you to make you to believe this and believe that. The storyteller can be your doctor. The storyteller is the commercials being played on a regular basis. These are the things that control your mind, control the direction, and play on your vulnerability. Period. What you can't say, period. You know what I'm saying? Salute. But yeah, straight up. You know what I'm saying? So when you break it down, man, anything that you can think of that you are vulnerable to, anything that you know that you need is a ploy on your pockets, on your mind state, in the direction that you have. The main thing that the main power that they have is your thought process. If you so occupied you can't focus on yourself, then you are vulnerable. Period. But hey, let me stop running my mouth, man. You know what it is, man. I got nothing but love for y'all. I've been getting plenty. I'm about to do this little fast, get myself back on track. Salute to everybody who put in the work, man. You don't have to, like I say, man, the name of the game necessarily isn't about working out. It's about you taking care of you versus you. Trying to add on a couple of ounces of life to you, a couple of ounces of life, and give you some mental clarity, man. Because a lot of times we have all the tools that we need. It's just our brain is clouded because we have so much gunk and stuff going on and we can't focus. So by you creating friction, you're gonna get that blood flowing. Oxygen is in your blood. If you can get the blood flowing fast into your brain, guess what? Your thought process becomes clearer and better. You can deal with stress. So the name of the game is, hey, we're going to try to keep y'all living. We're going to try to keep living but we gonna try to make our life worth living. But other than that, man, hey, sleep with the giants, wake with the monsters, and eat with the lions. You are the captain of your fate, the master of your soul, the master of your fate, and the captain of your soul. Man, I got nothing but love for y'all, man. And I mean sincerely, man. Nothing but love for y'all, man. Hey, no problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all kicking it with me because I'm no better than anybody else, man. It's like everybody tries to put everybody on a scale of this and this and this and that. Man, I'm a mess up like the most of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mess up like most of us. But if you can see me struggle, you can see me consistently go through this process and find my way through it. And just because I'm pointing certain things out doesn't mean that I'm not a victim to it too. Doesn't mean that I'm right there in the mix with you. I'm right here with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. I'm getting played just like you get played and so on and so forth. I'm just pointing it out. And if you could point it out, then you can start taking the process of attempting to correct it or, whatever the case may be. But hey, you know what it is, man. Hey, man, y'all go out there and go conquer the rest of your day. Hey, little Jay, them 10 hours gonna fly by. That's what we train for, baby. This is what we train for, little Jay. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get through the day and make it work, Yeah, God forbid you doing 8-hour shifts and then they hit you with a 12-hour and you ain't ready for it, this is what we trying for. It ain't all about rah, man. It's just about us trying to be able to get our life, our daily shoes, man. It get rough. It get rough more from day to day, let alone trying to have a pissing contest and be on your chest, trying to flex to the next person, man. We just trying to make it through the day. But other than that, man, hey, man, y'all know what it is. I will be back in here tomorrow like I left my wallet and keys. And I'm out. Peace.
Not fairy tales, Shogun standing tall, boy, you built brittle. We built different. We run dogs, we don't run mouth, boy, we built different. You bark loud, but your yard look